¿Qué tal al gentil auditorio? Muy buenas tardes, de nuevo este sabadito bonito, le deseamos lo mejor de lo mejor y les damos la bienvenida a uno más de la serie de programas In the Blink of an Eye, conducido por el capitán Benjamín Valdés y con la participación de un servidor, Armando Rangel, el locutor número 19. Nos da mucho gusto estar en esta ocasión aquí en el consultorio, en la oficina de la doctora Shirley Barbosa, donde vamos a estar hablando de asuntos de salud, más que nada, salud alimenticia y mucho más. Y claro, el capitán Benjamín Valdés va a estar conduciendo esta interesante entrevista aquí desde Nature's Remedies, que se encuentra ubicado por la calle Norte 10, entre Los Rieles y la Hackberry. Por aquí nos encontramos ubicados en esta ocasión. Y antes que nada, quiero invitar a los amigos y amigas para que acudan a cualquiera de las 13 tiendas de Pueblo Tires que tenemos en todo el Valle del Río Grande, desde Broadville hasta Rio Grande City, desde McAllen hasta Alice, hasta Kingsville, en fin, para que reciba por ahí su cambio de aceite. Le recordamos que los miércoles y los jueves tenemos especial. Los miércoles, Día de las Damas, solamente $22 por el cambio de aceite convencional y una inspección de 7 puntos de su vehículo. El jueves es el Día de la Familia y también le cobramos $22 por el cambio de aceite convencional en Pueblo Tires and Service. Y también tenemos planes de financiamiento muy convenientes para usted. Fíjense, hasta 24 meses para pagar y ¿sabe qué? No necesita crédito. No se apure por eso. Visite nuestra tienda o visite nuestro sitio web para que se entere de más detalles. Y bueno, pues de nuevo la bienvenida a este interesante programa que esperamos sea de beneficio para usted con la información que les tenemos disponibles. Así que regresamos al programa con Benjamín Valdés y nuestra invitada de honor, la doctora Shirley Barbosa, aquí en In the Blink of an Eye de Pueblo Tires and Service en 5.2 Somos el Valle 1240 en cable.
Hello, folks. Up to 24 months to pay. That's right, up 24 months to pay. No credit needed.
Who ever heard of such a thing, Chef?
Oh, but wait, there's a whole lot more. Visit our new store in San Juan, Texas, where you can get a complete drive-through oil change in as little as 12 minutes.
Come on, Shampoozy.
Bada bing! And a free multi-point vehicle inspection. That's right, the most convenient oil change in the whole world. Shampoozy, dance!
Think tires, think Pueblo.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Hasta 24 meses para pagar. Así es, y no necesitas crédito. De eso estoy hablando.
No, hombre, Shampoozy, ¿quién oye de tal cosa?
Y hay más. Ven a Pueblo Tires en San Juan, donde puedes cambiarle el aceite de tu carro y como 12 minutos.
No, hombre, Shampoozy.
¡Para ping! Una revisión de tu carro gratis. El cambio de aceite más conveniente de todo el mundo. Shampoozy, que bailen.
Think tires, think Pueblo.
And we're back. Again, welcome to In the Blink of an Eye with yours truly, Benjamin Valdez, El Capitan. And I'm here today with Dr. Shirley Barbosa at Nature's Remedies. Dr. Shirley Barbosa, thank you for having us.
Welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, doctor, you know, when we hear the word doctor, a lot of us shake. You know, we don't want to go to the doctor, but, you know, we live in a world where unfortunately, there's a lot of illnesses. And Dr. Shirley Barbosa today is going to touch on a topic that I would say I guess I've heard about this disease, ailment since I was a kid. I don't know too much about it, but we're going to learn about osteoporosis today. And so, Dr. Shirley, first of all, what is osteoporosis?
Osteoporosis, it's a progressive disease. First you go to osteopenia, then osteoporosis, and then can have severe osteoporosis.
When you say progressive, does this like something that starts at a young age or?
Yes, can start at a young age because the diet that you have, but we're going to talk more about that,
okay.
The diet. But it's a systemic disorder, and the first thing you're going to have low bone mass, and then the microarchitectural deterioration for the bone tissue, and increase in bone fragility and susceptible to fractures. Usually it's hip fracture if it's not treated.
When you say, okay, again, it's characterized by some of these things that you just mentioned, but for the, you know, like me, I mean, okay, I'm learning about this. If you could just break it down just a little bit more. I know he says progressive, and it has to do, again, everything has to do with what we eat, right?
Yes, it has to do with each. But usually, a person can be low in progesterone and be estrogen dominant. So that's mean because the body has a normal process of a bone remodeling, and here you can see what osteoporosis. This is a normal bone, okay, and this is osteoporosis. That's mean the oh, okay, and then like the bone has holes. Like osteoporosis means porous. So
Okay.
because when the bone the process of a bone remodeling, it's here's the bone. Like for example, pretend this is the bone. So that we have something called osteoclasts. They go and eat up the bone, and then the osteoblasts, the cells to fix here, receive information from the progesterone, signaling, and then they come and fill it up the trabecula, that is the columns. And if they don't come and fill up those columns, the bone gets solid, they get fragile, and
Okay.
then porous, and then they can break very easily. They crystallize if
Okay.
this doesn't take process. So everybody, the short bones can be remodeling every 5 to 6 years, and the long bones is 12 to 15 years.
12 to 15
so,
years.
but for this to happen, you do have to have a proper diet.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to have alignment. Alignment is very important because if you don't align yourself, this process of remodeling cannot occur because the bone won't be fed. Okay.
Well, you mentioned a word that I'm familiar with, alignment. And we talk about alignments like for our vehicles. And when your vehicle's out of a line, your tires wear out faster.
Yes.
They wear, uneven. So alignments are very important. And so again, with the body, you just mentioned the word alignment. Some of the things I've heard, again, in growing up is when somebody breaks down and and again, what I've heard in regards to osteoporosis is that it mostly affects women. I'm probably wrong about that, but that's what I've
Yes.
heard growing up, or some of the things. So is there a 50-50 men, women, or does it,
No, the osteoporosis affects everyone.
Everyone.
Yes,
Okay.
especially men or women at age 35 if they are already low in progesterone. Okay, so and plus, if you have a wrong diet, if you have a very acidic diet intake and liquid intake, you're losing calcium every single day.
Wow.
Because there is plenty calcium on the greens, the food that you eat, and what happens when you drink like a cup of coffee or a cup of soda, a Coke, for example, you make your body acidic, and you cannot have a body acidic, otherwise it will die. So the body, to buffer it up, he take calciums from the bones to make your body alkaline, and once they make the body alkaline, they cannot put back the calcium. You lose any urine.
Oh, wow.
So you can speed up the process.
process.
Of osteoporosis.
Okay, so again, we're learning about osteoporosis. We're here with Dr. Shirley Barbosa at Nature's Remedies here in McAllen. Doctor, just so the folks will know, how long have you been here in this location?
12 years.
12 years.
12 years helping the community,
Right.
teaching about health and changing lifestyle.
And you do community talks as well, right?
Yes, I do. We have a group called Meetup, and it's called Wellness McAllen Meetup.
Wellness?
McAllen Meetup.
Okay.
And it's a free app. They can sign in, and they will see the classes that I post. I teach once a month.
Okay.
A free class for the
Okay.
group.
Well, again, if you know somebody who's suffering from osteoporosis, and when it comes to osteoporosis, Dr. Shirley, I know you treat all kinds of ailments. This is obviously something you also is treatable.
Yes, it's treatable. It's reversible because the body can remodel itself. But you need to eradicate the problems that your body is having so the bone can be remodeled itself.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're learning about osteoporosis today with Dr. Shirley Barbosa here at Nature's Remedies in McAllen. Doctor, what's the address here?
Here is 508 North 10th Street,
Okay.
Suite C10,
Suite
McAllen.
C10. And you're open from, what are your hours of
We
operation?
open Monday to Friday from 9:30 to 6 o'clock. Except Fridays, we close 3:30 p.m.
Okay. Well, again, on behalf of Pueblo Tires and Service, we want to thank you for giving us 48 years of serving the community. And this is part of our way to give back to the community through programs like this in the blink of an eye. We call it in the blink of an eye because just like that, your car can break down. So we just recommend preventative maintenance. We have a saying, Dr. Shirley, in our industry that it's called the golden rule, that preventative maintenance will always be cheaper than having to fix your car. And I think maybe they could apply to health as well.
Yes.
Preventative maintenance on your body, proper eating, exercise, rest, and there's fundamental health principles that we should follow. But osteoporosis is something that, again, affects, it can affect men and women just alike, as we've
Yeah,
learned so
the
far.
men and the women. Like, for example, I saw already people coming here with the first site for osteoporosis is your mouth. You're
Okay.
going to have a low bone mass, and then it's going to expose the neck of your tooth. Okay, so you're going to have a lot of sensitivity there. So
Okay.
that's the first sign
First
that
sign.
you have already osteoporosis set in. The
Okay.
first site is the mouth, and then goes to the back and rib, other places.
So let me ask you this: if somebody goes to a dentist,
Yes.
would a dentist be able to identify something like that?
Yes, when they did the X-ray, a plaque, they're gonna see that they lost bone mass there.
Okay.
That's the first site.
Another thing that I've heard, doctor, again, you hear about people having accidents, and they fall down and they break, their hip,
Yes.
and usually it's because this person had osteoporosis. But most of the cases that I've known of, either it's an older person, past 60, in their 70s maybe.
Yeah, because they did have osteoporosis and they didn't know. And usually it's that they're going to break their hip between 60 and 70 years. It's
Wow.
because they're very low in osteoblasts, because they low in progesterone. So the bones is not rebuilding, so it becomes like a glass, crystallized.
Wow.
That's why break very easy at that age.
Okay, so again, we're going to learn about, you mentioned it. Why do people get osteoporosis? Mainly it's because we're not eating certain
Properly.
foods, or
Yeah, we're not eating properly, and balances everything. The main reason is low progesterone. The cells for remodeling doesn't receive the signal to go fill it up, the empty holes that the osteoclasts make, that is called trabeculus. They don't fill it up, so the bone doesn't rebuild, so they crystallize. But there is many other factors that can cause that. Could be if you a lot of sugar. If you eat a lot of sugar, could be minerals deficiency, hormones imbalance, low in progesterone and high in estrogen, lack of exercise, alcohol, smoking, medicines, like if you take too much antibiotics or steroids. If you have a contamination by heavy metals like aluminum, fluoride, and cadmium. Excess of protein too, because your body is going to be very acidic. You're going to have purine, uric acid, low stomach acid, because many people take products for reflux, and
Right.
they lower the gastric juice, but then they're not digesting the food, so they're going to be low in nutrients and low in mineral deficiency. They're going to have mineral deficiency, so that's good, and low in vitamins like A, D, E, and C.
okay. So, again, if you're a young person of say 35 years old, and because when you're younger, sometimes you feel like you're invincible.
Yes.
But according to some of the records and information you've shared with us, osteoporosis can start as young as 35.
Yes.
So young people are at risk of,
Yes,
of
because
developing.
they're going to have a mouth problem.
Okay.
You're going to see clear that they have osteoporosis already, because they're going to have the low
Receding
the
gum?
receding gum. Yes,
Oh, okay,
that's what's
okay.
going to happen.
And of course, a lot of the, like you mentioned, acidy drinks, some mineral deficiencies in our body, all this contributes to it.
Yes, if they drink a Coke per day, or 2 Cokes, or 3 Cokes, or coffee, 1 cup to 7 to 15 cups, this person is definitely mineral deficiency, and she's a high risk of osteoporosis.
Can you help me out here with, and maybe some of the viewers, when, again, I remember years ago when I was growing up, there was commercials on TV that say, "Hey, milk does a body good. It's good for your bones." Is that accurate?
Not nowadays, because they pasteurize the milk, they kill the enzymes, and also the high amount of antibiotics that has the dairy products and the animal products. So remember that here antibiotic is one of the causes of osteoporosis. And you can get your calcium from other sources, the greens.
I guess, again, one of the major changes in our world today is the process. Like you said, maybe once upon a time milk was,
Yes, when it's like you can the cow, you get the milk. That milk, when you get there, is fresh and has enzymes. That we can take it. But the processed one that they pasteurize, they kill all the enzymes. There's nothing left for you.
Okay. So, thank you for joining us today in the blink of an eye. We're learning about osteoporosis, and it is reversible. And there's some things that we're going to cover a little bit more with Dr. Shirley. But we're going to take another little break, and we'll be back in the blink of an eye.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Hasta 24 meses para pagar. Así es, y no necesitas crédito. De eso estoy hablando.
No, hombre, Shampoozy, ¿quién no oye de tal cosa?
Y hay más. Ven a Pueblo Tires en San Juan, donde puedes cambiarle el aceite de tu carro y como 12 minutos.
No, hombre, Shampoozy.
¡Para Ping! Una revisión de tu carro gratis. El cambio de aceite más conveniente de todo el mundo. Shampoozy, que bailen.
Think tires, think Pueblo.
Hello, folks. Up to 24 months to pay. That's right, up 24 months to pay. No credit needed.
Never heard of such a thing, Shampoozy.
Oh, but wait, there's a whole lot more. Visit our new store in San Juan, Texas, where you can get a complete drive-through oil change in as little as 12 minutes.
Come on, Shampoozy.
Bada bing! And a free multi-point vehicle inspection. That's right, the most convenient oil change in the whole world. Shampoozy, dance!
Think tires, think Pueblo.
Hey, we're back in the blink of an eye. Thank you for joining us this Saturday afternoon. And again, we're with Dr. Shirley Barbosa. We're learning about osteoporosis. We've learned quite a bit. Some of the symptoms, it's a progressive disease, but it's also reversible. So, Dr. Shirley, continue to educate us here. Tell us more about how can people prevent osteoporosis?
The first thing I advise to align the body, to go to a chiropractor or to go to a person that has the skill to align the body. And second, we have to correct our diets. We need to make alkaline diet and the liquid intake too. Because if you drink a lot of acidic drinks like coffee, Cokes, you're not gonna reverse your osteoporosis. And you need to exercise, work daily. And then you need the sunlight, at least 20 minutes, morning and afternoon, could be before 10 or after 4 o'clock, because you need the vitamin D.
Right.
And then you need to have a common sense, like a balance on your life. If you overdo something, you're not gonna get well too. And the rest is very important, that you be in bed like 10 o'clock. Sleeping, because the healing takes at night. The healing process is at night, and you receive the hormones for the next day to have good disposition too, especially the growth hormones for the kids to grow. If the kids go past 10 o'clock, especially little ones, they're not gonna grow. Like if they're supposed to be 6 feet, they might be 5'8", or they're not gonna grow. And for us as adults, we're gonna have a lot of disposition when we getting up, and also good memory comes from that.
Wow.
And,
Okay.
and the last, it's the first, I guess, trusting God,
Trusting
because
God.
everything is reversible
Right.
if we do our part.
Supplements, can you touch on that real quick?
Yes, the first supplement that I said, what are we missing when we have osteoporosis? What was the hormones that was low?
You mentioned it.
Yes, right here.
Progesterone.
Progesterone.
Okay.
So the first one, you need to replace the progesterone, and
Okay.
then you need to drink the myomine to balance all your hormones to lower the estrogen. Then you need vitamin D, magnesium, and then you need to repair your gut, because
Okay.
if you're not absorbing, this is not gonna go in. And usually when you have osteoporosis or any other disease, you have the leaky gut, permeable intestine. It won't absorb the food.
And doctor, I thank you for sharing with us and we're in your office here, and I see a lot of bottles here. So a lot of these supplements, obviously, you carry them as well.
Yes, I have all this. So,
Yeah.
like here's the myomine,
Okay.
and then we have the vitamin D there, and so we have everything to reverse osteoporosis.
And of course, your fruits and your veggies. It's
Yes,
important.
yes, it is very important because most of the calcium, I didn't mention here calcium, because most of the calcium is on the food, and but you need magnesium to the liver. So the food has a lot of calcium.
I've got some magnesium from you, and I'm taking that. And,
Yes,
that's some
magnesium is
other
a
things.
must. All the metabolic functions of your body depends on magnesium. Magnesium is responsible for many things on your body.
Well, just one more thing, and because I was talking to a friend of mine, he's on a keto diet, and he's avoiding sugars. He's lost 15 pounds, and again, there's all kinds of diets out there. But I think what you emphasize is a lifestyle change.
Yes, lifestyle change, but a keto diet I only recommend if it's plant-based protein. Okay, because we can see a lot of athletes that they are plant-based, they have a strong muscles and beautiful body. So if it's plant-based, it's okay, but I don't recommend the
meat.
animal protein.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Well, he's on the animal protein.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. It's, like we're saying here, the body's going to be too acidic and can lead to osteoporosis.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Well, Dr. Shirley, again, thank you. And is there a website where people can reach you or find you?
Yes, my website is www.naturesremediescenter.com.
Okay. And phone number again?
Phone number from the office is 956-631-1664.
All right. Well, Doctor, thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
And I know, we could talk more about this, but just one of the things that we face in our world today, osteoporosis, again, and and on behalf of Pueblo Towers and Service, we thank you, the community, and I'm a witness. I'm a testimony. Dr. Shirley, I've seen her. I've come here, consulted with her, and I admit I feel a lot better. I mean, there's more that I need to do personally, but I do thank you for sharing the information you gave me. You checked my blood work, and you gave me some things I needed to do. And sometimes you get off track. The holidays come, you start eating things you shouldn't be doing. Gluten affects me, so I thank you. And if you follow her instructions, you will get better. But like she said, of all these things, trusting God is the main thing, and a lot of this can be reversed. And Dr. Shirley, again, thank you for what you're doing, and may God bless you and continue to help those out there, all of us. That we need somebody like yourself to educate us and treat us at the same time. And a lot of this, once you get better, you can almost, you continue. That's one thing I like about Dr. Shirley. She teaches you how to eat better, how to take better care of yourself, and then at some point you're on your own, pretty much.
Yes.
I mean,
Once you learn about the diet, you hardly get sick.
I mean, you get educated. I mean, I'm saying never come see her again, but she helps you in that regards. Okay, just like preventative maintenance, we teach people the proper preventative maintenance for the car, and then a lot of times they do it on their own, or they know what to do. So thank you on behalf of Pueblo Towers and Service, and we're just gonna take this little pause, and we'll be right back.
Hello, folks. Up to 24 months to pay. That's right, up 24 months to pay. No credit needed.
Never heard of such a thing, Chef
Oh,
Boozy.
but wait, there's a whole lot more. Visit our new store in San Juan, Texas, where you can get a complete drive-through oil change in as little as 12 minutes.
Come on, Chef Boozy.
Bada bing! And a free multi-point vehicle inspection. That's right, the most convenient oil change in the whole world. Shampoozy, dance!
Think tires, think
¿Qué tal, amigos? Hasta 24 meses para pagar. Así es, y no necesitas crédito. De eso estoy hablando.
No, hombre, Chef Boozy, ¿quién oye de tal cosa?
Y hay más. Ven a Pueblo Tires en San Juan, donde puedes cambiarle el aceite de tu carro en como 12 minutos.
No, hombre, Chef Boozy.
¡Para ping! Una revisión de tu carro gratis. El cambio de aceite más conveniente de todo el mundo. Shampoos y que bailen.
think tires, think Pueblo.
And we're winding down here in the blink of an eye with Dr. Shirley Barbosa. We've learned about osteoporosis. It's treatable. Dr. Shirley, tell us some final words.
Yes, osteoporosis is treatable. You can prevent too. And if you have osteoporosis, you can reach us out and we help you how to change your diet and your lifestyle. and we will help you every step so you can reverse that disease, no?
Okay, well, and one more time, Dr. Shirley, give us a phone number, the address, and the website, please.
Okay, my phone number is 956-631-1664, office number. And here's Nature's Remedy Center, 508 North 10th Street, C10, McAllen, Texas.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks, and you can take this information. This airs live, every Saturdays at 6:30. And we thank Dr. Shirley Barbosa. These programs will continue to air as long as God gives us the opportunity to do it. And on behalf of Pueblo Tyrant Service, again, we thank you, and we hope that this information will be of benefit and a blessing to you and your family. And other than osteoporosis, all these kind of diseases, I've learned from Dr. Shirley, whether it's diabetes or just about anything, a lot of it with trusting God, first of all, and some treatment, a lot of it is reversible. But you got to follow the instructions, right, of the doctor, the recommendations, pray, trust in God, and we pray that God will bless you. And we also want to invite you to join us at Pueblo Tires. We've got 13 locations to serve you. By the way, I didn't ask you, is this the only location you've got right now?
Yes, it's only
Okay, so it's in McAllen. And we've got 13 locations. And don't forget that nobody loves you more than Pueblo Tires and Service and Nature's Remedies. You ready?
Yes.
Nobody.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Hasta 24 meses para pagar. Así es, y no necesitas crédito. De eso estoy hablando.
No, hombre, Shampoozy, ¿quién no ayuda de tal cosa?
Y hay más. Ven a Pueblo Tires en San Juan, donde puedes cambiarle el aceite de tu carro en como 12 minutos.
No, hombre, Shampoozy.
¡Para Ping! Una revisión de tu carro gratis. El cambio de aceite más conveniente de todo el mundo. Shampoozy, que bailen.
Think tires, think Pueblo.
Hello, folks. Up to 24 months to pay. That's right, up 24 months to pay. No credit needed.
Who ever heard of such a thing,
Oh,
Shampoozy?
but wait, there's a whole lot more. Visit our new store in San Juan, Texas, where you can get a complete drive-through oil change in as little as 12 minutes.
Come on, Shampoozy.
Bada bing! And a free multi-point vehicle inspection. That's right, the most convenient oil change in the whole world. Shampoozy, damn!